Hello people, right, it's 6:45 on Sunday evening, and I was going to put together a top-down analysis of Aussie dollar, US dollar, but then it occurred to me just as I was preparing for this that earlier on I thought I'd prepare a video for looking at the weekly charts, bearing in mind that we are at the start of a new week, and see if we had any reversals, the three candle reversals, high low, lower high, lower low, with the three candle low high, high low, and carry on singing until you get to that high there and close, which it hasn't done, of course. So I thought I'd go through my current selection of charts and see whether we could find a reversal that looked like it might potentially pull back. So nothing there, nothing there. That needs to break and close above. Nothing there, it's not quite broken and closed above. But you can see this one closed above all these ones and we had a pullback. So any huge great candle like that breaking a serious level of resistance, or the other way around, support, like this one here, broke support, pulled back. It happens all the time, or a lot of the time should I say, not all the time, but you know, whenever you get a big candle it'll always have some sort of pullback. So if that's in a weekly, or almost always rather I should say, then it's worth thinking about. So it's something you do at the weekends, that's the whole point. Very relaxed, only takes about 10-15 minutes out of your day, and then if you are in the area where the Asian session can be traded, sadly I can't stay awake anymore after about 10 or 11 o'clock, so pointless for me, and I'm not setting my alarm clock for midnight just to see if I can get some sort of trade. The sad thing about the Asian session as well is, with most brokers, at between UK time 10 and 11 o'clock when the charts open, the spreads are mental. So you will potentially have the pullback when you can't actually trade it sensibly. So that's the only drawback with this sort of consideration. So nothing on the Aussie US, Aussie NZD. Now this has had one. That's interesting. We've got the reversal there, or should I say, yeah, reversal long. And we've been repelled by this resistance up here. Didn't quite break that up there. That support's been tested by the looks of it, yeah, just about. This has got a big wick, so that suggests a pullback has already happened, and we can see where it's likely to have come back to. So this one's certainly not looking too good. Having said that, so that's interesting. If we got a gap down, then because of the way this is, it's already tested support as resistance as support. I wouldn't be surprised if this one went upwards. So what I do when I get that sort of situation, I'll just put an arrow on there saying I'm thinking of longs. I might even annotate it with, you know, gap down, longs are highly likely, and so on and so forth. And then you need to start thinking about descending and ascending trend lines. We've got clear. This is what I call a valid descending trend line, because this low has been broken by price here. And then I might do a bit more in-depth analysis, but I'm digressing now. So that's a possibility. So we've got something going on there. We can look. I'm not going to look into it with this particular video or any more videos. But if you want to keep an eye on it, then be interesting. What else can we gather from this? Well, we've got the histogram is above the 20 and very strong. That often suggests sort of a pullback scenario here. Look, histogram's broken the 20, pulled back. This histogram, I love it. and if you apply the sort of the thought processes that I'm trying to teach in these videos, then you may well love it too. So that's an interesting one. AUDNZD. CAD-J, absolutely nothing. Nothing of interest, no. Nothing there. Not a reversal anyway. There's plenty of interest. You can always sit and analyse these charts until the cows come home. And I love it. That's why I love it so much, candlestick analysis. Here we've got a high, low, lower, high, lower, low. Yeah, it's just a normal break scenario here. Oh, the other thing I should mention is if you've got, when you get a down move, what price tends to do is come back to the last level, the first level on the left hand side, if you like, the last level of support broken. So as this is moving up, it will get stopped here, then it will probably get stopped there, support becoming resistance, and ultimately I would expect it to possibly continue up to about that level. If it broke and closed through that level and corresponding candles, then I'd expect another pullback and then a final attack on this level. Just the way my mind thinks, but obviously that this is a weekly chart, massive, and the monthly leads the way. This is a huge, great big level of support broken there with this candle here, and here's the pullback. That's all that is, break and test. So I'm digressing again, but thinking out loud. So I implore you to study this stuff. It's well worth it. Here's a fantastic one. That's a reversal. High, low, lower, high, lower, low, low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, and break. And look what happened. That's what I'm talking about, guys. This is the reversal. This is what we're looking for. I hadn't even UK 100. That's the FTSE 100. And I never trade that as a rule. Well, I trade it once in a blue moon. So that's your resistance, that's your break, that's your pullback. This is what we're looking for, guys. Now the pullback's happened on this and we've got a long tail. Now this would look severely like it's long. Again, the disclaimer, never trade what I'm talking about, but we've got a break above that level there. We're on a weekly chart, remember, and then we've got a break through if we're going to go anywhere north through the high there. But you'd need to look on the left hand side and draw your levels in there, like I talk about all the time. See what we've broken through. We might as well put that level on there now we're looking at it actually. Whoops. Green for support, yellow for resistance. Sorry. So that level there, I meant to put it on the red, but it's probably either grabbed the yellow. Take the scroll off. Yeah, it's grabbed the one next to it. Put the vertical on there so we don't lose our spot. We can dump that one actually because it won't. Right. That yellow is from the right hand side, by the way, in case you're wondering how that happened. So it's not unusual for levels to cover each other, obviously, because old levels of support and resistance will affect the price on the right hand side. So we might as well put the red one on there now. Now if price is closed through that, that means that's not held as support for the push up on the right hand side again. We might as well put this level on as well. That's no, you know, it looks like it's been done, but that's only because the right hand side respects the left hand side levels. And that one there. Oh, it's only because it's snapping to the wrong candles. My mouse isn't being very precise, but that won't affect price, so it's not. It doesn't matter whether I leave it on or take it off. Well, I might as well take it off, but that's miles away from where price is at the moment. So that's what the picture looks like now. Any levels have been drawn on there that might affect price where we are currently. Blow that up again. So the right hand side should take precedence over the old stuff on the left hand side, of course. So providing we have closed above this left hand side, I'm talking about recent left hand side resistance, then the other stuff shouldn't cause too much of a problem. Be nice to see a break with tomorrow's, well, weekly candle eventually. Be interested to see what the daily candle's done actually. But this is definitely bullish at the moment. And notice on the left hand side, now we've far left, we've drawn a load of levels and nothing. There's a massive gap between these two levels. There's nothing just here or up a bit here or up a bit here. We've got nothing on the left hand side that affects price on this side. So have a look at the daily and see how that's responded. Yeah, interesting, the daily hasn't broken above any of these. It's tested it and failed. So we're weekly long. We are daily long as well. So the ducks are in a row, as it were. And the daily has reversed down. That's interesting. And failed to reverse up by the looks of it. You see that? Low, high, high, low, high, high. High, low, lower, high, lower, low, and close. So categorically we must, if we're going to go long, we've got to break that high there with a close. The high of that is 5795.20. The high of that is 5835.60. Sorry, the close I need, don't I? 579746. That was 5795, wasn't it? High 5795.20. Close 5797. So that has actually closed back up again, so we're good to go long. We've had the pullback, so this is looking good to go long, basically. So I think I'm going to call this video a halt now, because we've actually found something interesting. The video, if they go too long, they won't save, and it is my Sunday evening, so I'm going to watch some rubbish on the telly again. But so that's what you could do for the rest of the evening if you feel like it. Run through, if you have a few pairs or all my pairs, run through a few of them and see if you can find any more valid reversals. What I was looking for, just to recap, was a potential weekly break and close reversal that we could possibly get for a pullback the following day, well, the following week actually. So on Monday, what we're looking for, on Sunday we're looking for this with nothing, so we're effectively a week late for this one. If we'd done this last week, you can see what we'd be looking for is a pullback to the short side, plain and simple. Huge move as well. I haven't got a clue how this works again in pip value and stuff, but whatever way you look at it, that candle, it's about 60 or 70% pullback. So there's plenty of, and that's a weekly candle, remember, so I think that's something like the equivalent of 373 pips if you were trading cable. So beast. So there you go, guys, that's what I'm looking for. As it happens, this pullback's happened on this one, so I would be potentially looking for longs, and that's not, and the histogram's agreeing, of course, especially on the daily. We've got a green daily, but again, that is a high, low, lower, high, lower, low. low, high, high, low, high, high, and close. So actually, missing a trick here, this could potentially pull back on the daily chart. What you would want ideally would be a confirmation on the H4 to the short side. So the way I would do this would be sorry, I am going a bit over the top, but D1 conf long expects pos PB before cont long. There's my notes for when I wake up tomorrow. D1 conf long, expect possible pullback before conf. Yeah, so and you just use the lower time frames to actually attack that reversal. So we always apply the same logic all the time, but if it doesn't pull back and breaks the highs there and then pulls back and then continues, that's all I can say, guys. You have to learn this stuff. It is intricate. This is suggesting longs are extremely likely, but again, we've got a green on the H4, so I wouldn't be surprised if this does pull back. Be worth watching. I think these open a bit later than the normal charts, so something, and I even do this as well, something like that. Just a different way to look at the analysis. So you can do this every weekend on all your charts. I used to do this. In fact, I used to write it all down here in long, D1 will do this, or sorry, MN is doing this, weekly is looking like that, daily is looking like that, all written in neat stuff, and then and that's every weekend on a number of charts that look promising, and then at the start of the week you can refer back to your notes. So hopefully that's helpful, guys. Have a good evening.